We're here today with guitarist Rob Baker from the band The Tragically Hip. It's the 40-year anniversary of the band. They've got a new docuseries out called The Tragically Hip, No Dress Rehearsal. Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Good to be speaking with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
How are things in Minnesota today?
Good. Yeah, well, it's usually always kind of cold around these parts, but it's great to be speaking with you. And
yeah.
I got to ask you, man, first of all, 40 years of The Tragically Hip. Does it seem like it's been 40 years to you looking back?
No, it doesn't really. It's funny, some of the things, the last 10 years have been a bit of a blur, but I think back to the making of the first record, and all those memories come back. They just come flooding back. I can remember where I was standing, what I was wearing, everything about it.
And you've got the new docuseries out now, The Tragically Hip, No Dress Rehearsal. Can you tell the listeners a bit about the new docuseries?
Yeah, we thought it was time to do something, and sorting things out. We had been archiving all of our stuff, our memorabilia and various things, and we had always talked about doing a book, but Gord Downey's older brother does documentaries for the CBC, and he approached us about doing a docuseries for Amazon, and we thought it sounded like an interesting idea. We had some reservations, but it was an interesting concept, and I think he really kind of hit it out of the park. It's a very honest representation of the band, and it goes pretty deep. So for fans, there's lots there, and I think for people who aren't necessarily fans of the band or don't know the band well, it's more than an introduction.
And it's won some big awards at the Toronto Film Fest, and now I think fans can find it on Amazon Prime. How was it for you watching it for the first time? I mean, you and the other guys have really went through all of it over the years. It's been quite a whirlwind for you.
Yeah, it has been a whirlwind. Going through all of the interview process, each of us did about 15 or 16 hours of interview for the docuseries, and we had right of refusal, so we watched all these early versions, early edits. So I kind of knew what was coming. But when I did see the whole thing at the Toronto Film Festival for the first time, I was kind of taken back. There was a lot of laughter, a lot of tears. It's seeing your whole life, or a big chunk of your life, 40 years of your life, distilled down to 4 hours and play out in public. It was an adult dose, I would say.
Definitely. Well, if that wasn't enough, Rob, you've also got the new box set out here for the album Up to Here. Can you tell the listeners a bit about that? That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was 35 years ago, I guess. We had just signed to MCA Records, which is now Universal, out of Los Angeles, which was a big deal for a small Canadian band from a small town. And we headed off to Memphis to make our first record with Don Smith, who was fresh off of producing Roy Orbison's last album and Keith Richards' first solo album. And he did the Traveling Wilburys. So we were just so excited to be going to Memphis, music capital, and working with a guy of this caliber. And we had the time of our lives, honestly. It was such a fantastic time. But we had been demoing songs for a different label for about a year. And so when we got to Memphis to record for MCA, we were more than ready. We had, we were loaded for bear. We had a lot of good songs, and we knew our songs well.
It is amazing the amount of material you've included on the set, and you've got the live concert and all the demos, and I saw you even wound up back on top of the charts again with this one.
Yeah, funny how that works. Yeah, lots of songs. Every time we go into the studio, we tend to go in with about 17 songs. You would axe a couple right out of the gate. The producer would say, I don't think these two are cutting it. So then you're down to 15, and then the object was to try and get it down to 11. You record 15, try and get it down to 11. And we always did that. And that means that for every record we did, there were, 3 or 4 really good, well-recorded songs that didn't make the record. And they usually don't make the record not because they're not up to it. It's more a matter of, we've got 2 songs at that tempo, or a we've got a bunch of songs in that key. An extra ballad would shift the album in a different direction. So you have to make these, you edit till it hurts, as they say. And so a lot of good songs got left on the shelf, and I'm just glad they're seeing the light of day now.
So it sounds like you've got a lot of stuff stored away for the other albums as well. Could we see you guys maybe do this for some other albums, maybe down the road?
Yeah, we've done it for a few already. I think this is our fourth. I don't know that we would want to do it for every record, but I think that at some point maybe we just take kind of like the last eight records or something and just release the extra material for those. I'm not sure where. There's still a lot of planning to be done about all of that. We've always been kind of a take it as it comes sort of band. And this being the 35th anniversary of the making of Up to Here, we just thought this is a good time to do it, while we can still remember what we did, where the files are.
Well, you guys again have the new box set out here for Up to Here and the new docuseries, No Dress Rehearsal. Is there anything else that you're working on? Maybe Strippers Union or anything outside of Tragically Hip we should be looking out for?
I'm always working on stuff. I have a little home studio. I'm sitting in it right now, and I record most days, probably 5 days a week. I'm down here plugging away at ideas, and I have a writing partner who's out on the road a lot with another band, so we get together when we can and finish songs. But that's for Strippers Union. But the Hip also has a big coffee table book out with Genesis Publishing, who they are absolute masters at these big rock folios, doing books for Jimmy Page and Ringo Starr and you name it. They're the company as far as I'm concerned. I've been a big fan of theirs, so the opportunity to work with them over the last 2+ years, getting a coffee table book together was really amazing. So yeah, the documentary is No Dress Rehearsal, and the coffee table book is This Is Our Life. So
awesome, man. I'm excited for everything that's coming up here for you, and congrats on the 40-year career here. And I know there's more coming, obviously. And it's been great speaking with you, Rob. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dustin.
And again, that was Rob Baker from the Tragically Hip. The new docu-series, The Tragically Hip, No Dress Rehearsal, is available now on Amazon Prime, and also their new box set for the album Up to Here, and the new book, This Is Our Life, out as well.